Bop. Guys, rule number 89. Know when you are live and when you are not live. Chinmo knows. Roll it.
What is up, Defects? Fuck Mondays, but we are live on a Monday. Fuck, I'm tired, guys. Love you guys. Probably the only reason I'm here is because of these two mokes and you guys in the chat. So let me say what up quick. Guy Forge, I love you, buddy. What's going on?
I love you too. Thank you. I appreciate that. But honestly, it's Monday Night Football and the boys are playing. Even though we're terrible, like we're still playing on Monday night, and I'm here instead. So you know what? I'm with you guys. So there you go. No place I'd rather be. What up, Butch?
Jay, don't think I love you. I don't love you too.
Of course, love all around, guys. What is up? My Raiders are 0-3. It's absolutely terrible. My football season's done. I have a fever. I have the shits. It's been a terrible night. I'm sweating but cold somehow, but I'm here and gonna get through it, hopefully. So if you see me jet off to the bathroom, you know what it's about. Funhouse, what is up, my man?
Whew. So we have, as you can see, we're back to the old streaming platform. Too many problems with the other one, so we went back to old reliable. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna try to get some cool things set up for you guys, but until then, we're just back in 720p standard HD, not full HD. You know what I mean? So if you were with us for the auction on Saturday night, thanks for hanging. And I'll tell you this: if you weren't there, you missed a lot of good deals. Don't shit yourself live. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point.
Could you hear me? Could you hear me? It's probably because I'm talking low, because I feel like if I talk loud, I'll shit myself, to be honest with you.
Universe X says get closer to the mic. He's afraid to get too close to the mic. Yeah, Saturday night was fun. There was a lot of good laughs. A lot of good deals. We did some great giveaways. You know, are we going to go on next month? We'll see. You never know with the Defects. We changed like the wind over here. I think it was pretty good. I think we had a good time.
Yeah,
right
thanks,
or wrong.
guys. We had fun.
We kept it old school YouTube. We're bringing it back. Old school YouTube auctions.
That's it. So, basic rundown of the show. We're going to do a little MCU news, a little bit of spec. There is a couple spec books that we're bringing you tonight. We told you we try to bring you one or two each week, so we got some good stuff. A couple just came across our way like 5 minutes before the show started. We got a little cool cover chasing. Cover chasing is back. A little mini cover chase. We're going to talk about Andor a little bit, and we'll see what else comes up in the chat. We're just going to take it from there. Besides that, we're just going to wing it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We don't have a lot of life in us tonight, but we're going to try to get it pumped up. You ready to talk some news?
Let's go.
Always.
We gotta do sponsors. We gotta do sponsors. Yeah, come on.
We
gotta do it.
First up, guys, our boy, the Presser, the best in the business. Express Comic Book Pressing, Erod 212 for all your pressing and cleaning needs. Does he clean toilet bowls? Because that's what I'm going to need cleaned after tonight.
Jesus Christ.
Defects 10 gets you 10% off. Not only that, Erod is nice enough to pass along his discount from CGC and CBCS if you're still in the market for submitting books to these grading companies after everything that went down. So hit Erod up. Again, Defects 10 gets you 10% off. And what's next? We got everybody's favorite Canadian beaver, Mutant Beaver Comics, one of the world's largest online retailers for exclusive variants, guys. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. Not only that, they ship worldwide. Not only that, but they're going to be sponsoring all our auctions, guys. We're going to have slabs. We're going to have raws. We're probably going to do about 2 or 3 giveaways per auction. So, you know the rules if you were there last time, guys. Win some cool slabs. We gave away some cool slabs. We gave away some cool sets, virgins, and trades. So, Tell Patton the defects the B-Man sent you. Who's texting me?
The B-Man
The
sent
B-Man
you the
sent you,
defects
really?
from the Pat.
Tell Pat the B-Man the defects sent you.
Tell Patton
Wow.
the B-Man the defects the Beaver sent you.
Tell Pat and that Beaver the B-Man sent you with the
Yeah,
defects.
with Pat.
With
and the
Pat.
Beaver.
Or Pat.
And Pat.
And the Beaver.
In Canada.
Great.
Canada.
Pliskin
So we
said-
got that
he said,
going for us.
Did you guys give up on cold keys? I missed that section. We didn't give up on cold keys. We didn't give up.
No, it's just cold keys. Everything's cold right now. So we gotta
Everything's cold.
we gotta let things reset. You know what I mean? Until we get to a point where things are hot and things are cold. What people
Cold-
are forgetting about. You know?
Cold keys and Nikolai are on hold right now.
Yeah. There's two reasons for that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. A little bit.
All right. Fuck this. Let's get pumped up here. Let's talk some news.
Chemist.
Jay, I cut you off there. What were you saying?
Oh, they asked about the Nextel beep. That was Chemist. That's my dude. I had to bring it back old school with the Nextel beep beep.
There you go. There you go. This first story, and I'm trying to chat. I got the chat up. The chat's good. It didn't freeze on us. We're good to go this time. Everyone can type. Everybody's happy this time, right? I got yelled at. Defects. I got Jay and Guy yelling at me. Like, the two most, like, technologically declined people that I know.
Hold on a second. Did I
yelling
really
at me
yell at you?
Because one time the fucking tech doesn't work. Like 2 years, I got us humming like a fucking like perfection. These guys are like, this guy fucked up. Got to go back to the old streaming. Can't click
Yeah.
on the chat.
Jay, was it
what
really
have
like
you
that,
done
Jay?
for me lately? That's
It
what it was
was
like.
really like that?
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was.
it was like. See?
It was like, yo,
Yeah.
I can't see the chat. I can't fucking type. I don't know what's going on right now. People are messaging me.
Jay
We're back
goes-
to normal, guys.
He runs the video. Jay goes, I can't see the video.
I can't see video.
it."
We can't do
I
this.
couldn't
Can't
see.
see the video.
He played the Eva videos. I couldn't see the Eva video. I couldn't see anything. Nothing. All I
No
could see is
fucking
these guys.
respect. Even on my own team. No respect.
Wow.
No
Nah,
respect.
yeah, you know that. If you fuck up, you get called out.
You get
Not
called
only
out.
on the community, but in the group.
Wes said, did you try turning it on and off again?
Yeah, there you go. I think there was a couple good lines from Saturday night. There was some good stuff out
Yeah.
there. I liked it. All right. So I'm going to give a little preview, and then I'm just going to let Jay go off, because I think this is probably going to be his favorite one. I should have left this for the end, but... So Rob Liefeld tweeted, my Spider-Man cover that I was asked to do, homaging myself, available October 5th. Think he's selling this on Whatnot. And guess what? Somebody responded. Okay. Don Simpson on his Facebook page, referencing this cover, basically said, folks, the American comic book is officially dead. This is the worst piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
You got it. We should have him on tonight.
So
Wow.
he had some other quotes, but Jay, I wanted to just kind of let you do your thing for a couple seconds here on this one.
First of all, this is just you could tell right off the bat he just traced Deadpool. That's exactly the same, right? Then you got Venom. He looks like No Neck Ed from 90 Day Fiance. What the fuck? What the fuck happened to this guy's neck?
Called him No Neck Head.
He got No Neck Ed showering
I
with
can't.
rats and father-in-laws.
can't.
I mean, dude, how do you even move around like that?
Hobgoblin looks like a gremlin.
Yeah, Hobgoblin looks like a gremlin. I mean, you got
The Vulture
Doc
looks
Ock.
like
Doc,
that-
Doc Ock looks like Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders.
Oh my
the
God.
Vulture. The Vulture looks like a combination of Dragon Ball Z and an actual vulture.
Yeah, dude, it is complete garbage. I can't.
He looks
dude.
he looks like Gargamel from the Smurfs.
I can't stop. I just can't stop looking at fucking Venom, dude. Like,
Can I ask you a question? No, this is where it really comes into it. Matt, can you read it again? Read it out loud for me, because I think I may have missed something.
Yeah. It says, Don Simpson says, folks,
No,
the
no.
American comic book is
No,
officially
not that
dead.
part.
Yeah.
Not that part. The part that Liefeld tweeted.
Oh, he said, my Spider-Man cover that I was asked to do, homaging myself, available
Yeah.
October 5th.
Yeah, let's get it straight. No one asked this motherfucker to do this.
dude, what kind of ego do you have when you homage yourself? That's
Yeah,
like
no-
fucking on a
no
whole
one-
nother level.
I mean,
Dude,
I think it's
Cocaine
no
great
is
that
one
he-
hell of a drug, man.
I think
They-
it's great that he put Leah Thompson on the cover too, in the corner there.
Oh my god.
Dude,
You know
this. But yo, I'll tell you guys. You know what the fucking saddest part about this? People on Whatnot are gonna fucking pay money for this garbage.
I hope not.
guys.
Oh, they are. No, they are.
Garbage.
They are. They here. This is the funny thing is that like absolutely no one asked him to do this. I don't know where he comes off saying that. First of all, this is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen.
Oh, so you want to hear the other quotes from all this stuff got deleted eventually, but you want to hear some of the other stuff Don Simpson had to say?
Sure.
He said, so this was on the reply. He replied on a lot of the tweet, I guess. He said, I've seen a lot of bad arts, student art and so on, but what is conceptually hard to process is this is somehow professional. Yikes. The playground argument is always, you're just jealous. Yeah, I'm jealous. I sure wish I had drawn this thing.
Dude, this
my God.
looks.
He had a bunch of other ones, but they're so long. It's just totally bad.
I don't
Oh
even
my
know.
God.
I mean, where's the Green Goblin's ears, dude? He looks like a mad ball.
He looks
I
like
don't
he's
know.
stuck in a snow globe.
But like I said, man, people are gonna pay for this shit, dude. People are gonna click that little tab and they're gonna pay for this fucking.
That's the
bullshit
scary
cover.
part. That's the
That
scary
is
part.
the scary part.
If you're watching
You know
the
it's
defects,
you
won't.
know when it's bad, Liefeld, when his feet are better than everything else on the fucking cover.
That's a good point. When the feet are the focal point.
A highlight, dude.
Jesus Christ. All right, I got to get this thing off my page. Let's keep going. This one, I think you could have seen it coming from a mile away because me and Jay have been fucking screaming about it for the past year and a half. Okay?
I had to hear it all the time.
Yeah. Captain American 4-star. I don't know what enthuses, I guess that's a word, over taking over as the MCU's Falcon. So we told you this was going to happen before the show. We told you it was going to happen after the show. And as revealed at D23 Expo in like some background talks that they didn't really say on the day, but some of the interviews came out later, he has now taken over the role as Falcon. I don't think we got to show him the books again, do we, boys? I mean, how many times are we going to show him?
Well, there's 3 books, guys. You know what they are. We talked about this beforehand. We talked about it during. We saw him pretty much take the mantle in Falcon and Winter Soldier in that last episode when he leaves with the wings. We knew it was coming. The book is cooled off, though, man. Like, now might be a good time. I want to give a shout out to AP Comics, because I bought a copy that I dropped off to Matt. A second print mint copy, 9/8 contender for $20, man. And shout out to him because he had a bunch of good deals on his page, guys. So go check out AP on Instagram. And Matt, if you could throw it up in your story this week with just a shout out to him
For sure.
how clean
For
that
sure.
copy is.
Yep.
Because that number 5, dude, that second print is a ghost, and that's
It's a
a
ghost.
dope ass cover, guys.
Yeah,
So
that's what Sinister Titan says too.
yeah, it's dope ass cover, bro. Yeah, guys, he's gonna be around for the long run. So hopefully you got him, but if not, they're cheap right now.
Nice
That's
to
that
see it
black-
confirmed.
That's that black cover, right, Jay?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
black cover. Yep. The
Yeah.
the first print has the white writing. The second print
Yep.
has the blue writing.
Yep. Nice to see it confirmed. I mean, we kind of knew. So, but
Yeah, I mean,
always
pretty
good to
much.
see it.
If you're a fan of the shows and the comics and stuff, once you've seen him grab the wings in the season finale, you knew. That's confirmation for me before it's confirmed.
Yeah. Let's keep it moving. I'm going to be curious to see how you guys take this information because I want to get each of our opinions on this. So Marvel taps relative unknowns to more than one to script Fantastic Four movie. So according to Deadline, Marvel Studios has hired Jeff Kaplan and Ian Springer to pen the script for the upcoming MCU debut of the iconic comic book team. The outlet reports that the duo actually began working on the film long before Matt Shakman, who previously helmed all 9 episodes of WandaVision, came aboard as a director. Though Kaplan and Springer are virtually unknown, they're a rising pair in the industry. A number of their scripts have already been sold in Hollywood. So, this Fantastic Four news has just been dripping and drabbing out. And I'm okay with that. I'm curious. I'm going to start with Guy on the bottom. Do you think that it's... Forget about the names, because we don't know the names. But do you think it's a good thing for this movie/franchise, because that's what we're hoping it's going to be, that we have two relatively unknowns writing it, or do you think is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Let's talk about this first, and talk about who wrote the previous ones. Do we know who wrote the previous ones? And were they unknowns when they did it?
That's a good question. I'm going to say no.
They are now.
Yeah,
they are now.
I'm going to say
my
they
point.
weren't unknowns.
So coming into it, someone who realizes what they have to do, and not being maybe influenced by something else, maybe that's a good thing. You know,
okay.
That's just my opinion. I think I'm never against someone unknown coming in. Give them a chance, give them a shot. I hate to say it can't get worse than what we've had before with Fantastic Four. I hate to say that, obviously, because I know Jay might have a different opinion. I'm optimistic as to what they can come up with. If it's brand new people, give them a shot and see what they can come up with.
Okay, that's kind of, you're getting close to what I was thinking. So now I'm curious what Jay has to say. I'll see if he's on the same page as well.
So here's what I'm thinking with two unknowns, right? Do we want it all to be good? Is two unknowns doing it? Do we want them to have a fresh start? We do. But the question is, if you're an unknown and you're breaking out into the industry, is Feige going to pave that path for you and pretty much want to do it his way, instead of a guy that has a reputable reputation and have to say, listen, Feige, I'm going to do it my way? He might be guiding these guys into the way he wants to do it, hence the unknown guys that want to break out. So I don't know, man.
You had Taika Waititi, which obviously you saw what dumpster fire he put on the screen for the last movie, right?
Exactly.
And he wasn't an unknown, and he went Feige's way, right?
Well,
yeah, I think he went his way. Yeah.
Right. So it's like a combination of what you two guys. When I read this, I thought this was great news. Okay. So I'm going to take basically a combination of what you guys said, because we know what's happened so far with these writers. And Feige's essentially said, like, I've been a little bit more hands off with some of the writing. He gives a little bit of a general scope with things they can and can't do, and then the writers take their liberties. It seems like every single writer in Phase 4 has just decided to basically run their own thing and have their own agenda. And when I say agenda, I don't mean that in a negative context. I just mean one way or another, each show or movie has had an agenda based on the writing. Okay. And like we just saw with Thor, Taika Waititi, he was going to do it his way, and that was it. And as I was preparing for this story, I saw Taika Waititi that a lot of the Marvel execs were very nervous about the ideas that he was throwing out there initially. But then they said, oh, but then we kind of warmed up to him. That's bullshit. The first half of that story is correct. The second half is not. Okay. That's the backpedaling. So when you're going to have two unknowns coming in on possibly the largest MCU movie, as far as, and I should say the most anticipated MCU movie to come, right? From Phase 3 forward, this is the most anticipated movie. These guys are going to want to hit it out of the park. They're going to want to appeal to the fans that have been there. They're going to want to try to appeal to new fans. They're not going to write with an agenda. They're going to write to make a good movie. If I had to bet one way or another, that's where my money's going. Maybe they're not good writers, but apparently from everything that everybody's saying, these guys are hot. So I'm going to take this as a good sign.
So here's what else I'm reading, is that Feige and these writers are basically saying everybody knows the origin of the Fantastic Four, right? So they're not going to go too much into that. So does that mean they're just going to jump right in? I mean, I think they're going to have to retcon a little bit, even if it's like a 15-minute, what about new kids that are starting to watch the Fantastic Four that don't really know, that don't read the comics, that haven't seen these horrible movies that were out? So I don't know about
like, are they going to show how they got their powers and stuff?
Right, yeah. So they're saying they might do away with that and get away with the origin. What they said in the article is everyone knows their origin already, but not everybody does know their origin already. So they're going to have to do a little backpedaling first, even if it's quick, man.
I think you'll see the Fantastic Four and maybe only a member. Like, you're going to see them before you have any type of origin story on them, right? We're going to see them in somebody else's movie before we see them in their own movie.
Well, we did.
They didn't do, you know what I mean? I think that's what you're going to see. Kind of like Spider-Man, and they still haven't given us the Tom Holland Spider-Man origin yet.
Yep.
So they didn't give it to him. So I honestly think they'll go the same route with the Fantastic Four. They may mention it here and there. They may throw little tidbits, but I don't think they'll ever do the movie or the show or anything like that to show how it started. I just don't. I mean, because they're not, like you said, they're not going to retcon it. They're not going to change it. Like, there's only so many little tidbits of their origin that you could change unless it's going to be completely different. And it's been done to death already, so I just see them avoiding it altogether.
And I like what Oz says. We'll get
Jay's
Doom
happy
before
for Ozzy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say
we're on the
before we
same
get to-
page.
Because I feel like, listen,
Yeah.
not a lot of people know the Doom origin. A lot of people don't know about Latveria and how, you know, Doom studied magic and all this before. Who the fuck is texting me? So I hope we get a Doom origin movie. I think Doom needs a standalone movie, personally, done right, because there's so much history with him, and we talked about this in the past. So I just hope. Listen, I'm a fan of the Fantastic Four, but I am a fan of Doom, and I just hope they get him right.
Let's keep it moving. People were up in arms about this. There was some back and forth about this one, so a little controversial, so we'll see. Marvel Legends adds Mephisto as part of the Ghost Rider HasLab release. So I saw the headline on this, and I didn't really get the whole story until I kind of was preparing for tonight. So I'll read it out to you guys, and then you guys tell me what you think. So, revealed on September 16th, the Marvel Legends HasLab Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider and the Engine of Vengeance release comes with a 6-inch Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider figure and a premium 1x12 scale car. Blah blah blah. If the project receives 9,000 supporters before 12 p.m. 11:59 p.m. on September 23rd, which was 3 days ago, all backers will also receive an exclusive Marvel Legends Robbie Reyes in human form 6-inch figure. So essentially, this is a crowdfunded little toy thing. On September 20th, Hasbro Pulse also announced that an exclusive Mephisto figure will also be included if the release hits 12,000 backers before the campaign ends on October 31st. The figure stands approximately 7 inches tall and features pinless elbow and knee joints. So people were saying, what? That if you get the toy, that must mean something. Is that always the case, though, Jay?
Nah, absolutely not, guys. Those are two dope figures. I'm not a big Marvel Legends guy. I'll grab my Punishers, and that's pretty much it. Those are two awesome detailed toys. The Robbie Reyes comes with the car. It's absolutely awesome. But that means zero to me. I have nothing.
Yeah, I agree. I think, if anything, it just means maybe they're testing the waters on Mephisto.
I don't even think that, because I think they know the waters were already tested with WandaVision.
Yeah, probably. And maybe they're just trying to capitalize, knowing that there's a lot of hype around the character.
I will say this though: if and when he does come into the MCU, if he looks like this figure, that's a dope looking Mephisto, man. Like, that's a cool figure.
Yeah, there you go. Sleepwalker stuff with Doctor Strange. Yeah, there was Sleepwalker. There was what was that other character called, Jay, that was in the toys?
Which one?
Despar.
Oh, Despar, yeah.
Yeah, that he never showed up in the movie. So
no.
If you see what Justin Shannon said, he said they didn't hit the goal for the one figure. So the total pledges are going down now, not going to be funded.
Yeah, so there you go. So this is probably never going to see the light of day. At least not now.
Which sucks because the Ghost Rider figure is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, that's a sick
with the
figure.
car. You see the car with the tires on fire? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like Brick says, for $350, get the fuck out of here. That was like the Galactus, whatever fundraiser, whatever they did. Yeah, crowdfund they did with Galactus. Like, dude, for $350, I'm putting that towards a sideshow piece. I'm not putting it towards a Marvel Legends figure. So, fuck that $350 bullshit.
Let's get to Guy's favorite slide of the show. Marvel Studio confirms more monsters coming in the MCU's future. Okay, so this actually just hit yesterday, I think. So I don't think I put any notes, but I do have I have the article. So here we go. In an exclusive interview with the directs Russ Milham, Werewolf by Night executive producer Brian Gay commented on the future of monsters such as Werewolf and Man-Thing. So he teased in this upcoming special, we're just peeling back the corner of monsters in the MCU. I think one of the very cool things about the special is we're just peeling back the corner of monsters in the MCU, right? So there's not just monsters that are part of Werewolf by Night, but the ones that were up on the wall, there's some of the artwork as well. So that's probably a little Easter egg that he's giving you right there. What all this lends to is the idea that for centuries there have been monsters within the world of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they've been tracked or hunted or kept at bay by these hunters. Jay, the hunters, okay. He continued confirming that some of these monsters will pop up again. He goes on to say, and I think we don't know exactly where they'll pop up next. The idea is that with the wide swath of different species and types, they're going to pop up again. You're going to see these guys in different ways, of course. So
I love how Adrian just posted
Dracula.
in the chat. Yeah, great job, buddy.
There you go. So again, this is another one we saw coming from a while away. Very nice to hear this actually confirmed by somebody at Marvel. Sounds like during the Werewolf I know a lot of the insiders got to watch Werewolf by Night.
I didn't read one bad thing about it yet.
Neither did I.
It's fucking dope.
And so maybe during the show, you see a lot of the stuffed heads or pictures of other monsters. So that's going to be the tidbit that he's talking about there. So this is really cool. When I read this, I was very happy to hear this.
And you know what? This makes sense what we have coming up, guys, on a couple of spec books we pulled. And
yes.
I'm glad Matrix is in here, because I love horror movies, right? But I'm not a big horror guy when it comes to knowledge in Marvel Comics and the Marvel Universe. So I want to see his input on the books we're going to show tonight. He probably knew about him a while ago, but
yeah,
we'll present them tonight. But yeah, Matt, Guy, I heard nothing but good things by Werewolf by Night. I heard it's kind of like that old school, like almost like a comedy horror, which I think will be pretty dope, man, because I'm a big fan of like Abbott and Costello, the werewolf and Dracula and all that shit. So if they do it like that, man, and it's done right, I'm excited. The trailer out. You know me, guys. I haven't been excited by much in the MCU this phase, but that trailer, it got me chubby, man. I ain't gonna lie.
And to guys,
you got a little al dente.
A little al dente, kid.
To Guy's dismay, they actually changed. Everyone was pissed off because they labeled this as a comedy. So it may have been a mistake, because now it's actually listed as a horror. So they put that, they corrected that. And a couple of the reviews I did see actually said that they were surprised how much violence there actually was. So again, not violent in general, but maybe violent for the MCU. Like, that's the scale we got to remember, right? So they were surprised at how much violence there was. So we'll take that with a grain of salt. But
Matt, hold on. Before
yeah.
we got, our buddy Ronnie in the chat. There's 130 in here and only 25 likes. So can we show him some violence and get people to hit that like button?
25 likes. Yo, you got to smash that like button.
Speaking of violence,
Bertha is back.
Bertha Big Breast.
You think she still does that?
Big breast Bertha. Yeah, she's got it. What else? She's
dead. That lady is 100% dead.
She's dead.
Yeah, 100% dead.
She died with a Newport.
She was laid to rest at a biker funeral. I could tell.
Oh my god.
She was buried with a Marlboro and a fucking Bud Heavy 16.
I was gonna say maybe a Milwaukee's Best. So yeah, I like this. I like everything about this article. I like how they talk about the monster hunters. So get your spec heads on for that. You're gonna see. I'm telling you, the whole art Bloodstones, I think you're going to see them branch out. I think you'll see more Monster Hunters. Legion of Monsters, we talked about that a few weeks back. So, yeah, they're painting the picture for this, and this is probably one of the things that I am most excited about, just like Jay said, just monsters in general going forward. And you took the words right out of my mouth with what we're about to show, as far as a little spec coming up. All right. Marvel's new Blade movie villain may have just got teased, and it's not Dracula. Sorry, actual.
It's actually not Dracula.
It's actually not Dracula. No, we'll see. I don't know why the title of this. It doesn't really go with Blade. I think they're kind of like merging two things together, but we'll get to why. Jay, you want to jump in here?
No, I was gonna say
Okay.
I think Dracula will be tied in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you haven't watched She-Hulk, or if you haven't watched episode 6, it's not really a spoiler. So I won't say who said it, because that's kind of a spoiler. But one of the characters says, "Ladies, Sebastian, how about this? I still have all of those Apple shares I bought in 1981, plus all of the gold left to me by my first wife, Baroness Cromwell. How about we split it evenly 8 ways and call it a day?" Okay. So, I don't want to get into too much detail about who this was, just in case you haven't seen it. But there's a character that's very, very old. Let's put it that way. That's on She-Hulk. So when he says the gold left to me by my first wife, so you know this had to be a very long time ago if we're talking about old Baroness and his first wife. So Baroness Cromwell, aka Baroness Blood, aka Lily Cromwell, the daughter of the vampire Baron Blood. This is somebody that Baroness Blood resurfaces as a member of the Legion of the Unliving, a group of vampires brought together by Dracula. So her first appearance, Union Jack #1 from 1998. There's no real evidence that this is going to be the villain of Blade, but this is definitely a call to this character. Do we see her ever? No idea. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about the spec on this? I mean, it's definitely a cheap book, but
it was a cool mention in the show. I don't know if you're going, Jay. Sorry. Yeah, it was a cool mention in the show. Obviously, a great pickup on that. Again, watching that show, it's a little tough, but it's good. I still enjoy it. But I mean, are we going to see? I don't know what we're going to see with Blade. I'm excited for Blade. I'll tell you that much. I'm very excited for it. So to get behind something that's a little bit horror, you guys should be proud.
There you go, guy. What do you think, Jay? You think this character, is it worth grabbing?
So,
what do you think?
I got. Usually I'm prepared, guys, and I remember my notes, but my asshole is literally puckering right now.
Okay.
What stuck out to me the most is the member of the Legion of the Unliving, right?
Yeah.
This is something I could see, guys. I could see Dracula building a team for this Blade movie. We know Dracula's kids, right? Lilith, Zaris. We know Deacon Frost has been done already. We know Lucas Cross is a major character. Is the MCU going to bring in these characters, these old characters, or are they going to revamp? I think they're going to revamp. Baroness Cromwell, like Matt said, her father was Charles Cromwell, who was a pawn of Dracula. He was almost like, not a butler per se, but yeah, I guess we'll keep it at pawn. A pawn of Dracula who took the stake out of the original Baron Blood's chest, who reignited his life, and then he came back to life and killed Charles Cromwell, and he took over his body and became the second Baron Blood. I like it. I don't think they'd mention him for no reason. What I do like about this is the daughter of, right? What else are we going to get a daughter of? We're going to get a daughter of Blade in Bloodline. So I could see a head-to-head battle between two daughters. And even if it doesn't happen, guys, it's a cheap first appearance. You probably find that I've never seen this book until today, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Norrin Rad is saying one and done villain, not worth it. And I would usually agree with you 9 times out of 10, but this is such a cheap book that if you buy it, if you find it, it's probably going to be $3. If you buy it on eBay, it's probably going to be $5 or $6, $7.
Yeah.
Maybe it's worth having it in mind when you're flipping and seeing it and pulling it and keeping it as a just in case. I mean, I could see it popping to $20, $30. I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Not a bad just in case.
Yeah, I agree with Norin too. It's going to be one of these minuscule characters that you see that are one and done at 100%. It's not going to be the next big villain, but I think it does lead into Dracula.
You want to get to that now?
Yeah, interesting to see. Yeah, there's other books too that. So when I found another article on this when we're talking about villains of Blade, and I take no credit for this. I found an article online that made sense to us. I ran it by Matt. It made sense, man. It has a lot of the pieces that we were talking about. So Doctor Strange teased a vampire villain in the last Doctor Strange movie, the multiverse, right? We'll talk about Varney, a sorcerer who lived long ago, was a resident of Atlantis before it was sunk, and was the first owner of the Book of Ashante, written by the first Sorcerer Supreme. So we got the Book of Ashante in there, right? Turns out Varney was really a worshipper of the devil Cthulhu, which they mentioned in Doctor Strange, which Matt had talked about months prior to that, who turned Varney into the world's first vampire. The fact of the matter is the Book of Ashante exists in the MCU, the Darkhold exists in the MCU, Cthulhu was mentioned in the MCU, and now we have Blade coming about with vampires, which makes a ton of sense. Onto my second page of notes about the books, right? Cheap books, guys. I think these books are cool if you're a horror fan and you don't know about them. Bizarre Adventures number 33 from Marvel, December 1982. The first appearance of Varney, the first vampire to walk the earth. I think that's pretty dope, man, especially in a Blade. We know Blade goes what? They're saying it goes from 1900 to 1980. Is that the timeline they're giving for the movie?
Is that what they said? I hadn't read that.
Yeah, well, this will have to go way back before that, if it even makes sense. All I'm saying is, guys, we got the Book of Ashante, we got the Darkhold, we got the mention of Cthulhu. Here we go. So the next
technically,
book,
you
right?
said Atlantis too. So
right, and Atlantis. He was a resident of Atlantis before it sunk into the water. But what are they calling Atlantis in the MCU now? It's not called Atlantis, right? I forget.
Taika's world, I think. I don't know.
So here you got this.
Did
book
you see
is
what
cheap.
Matrix Comics said, Jay?
Yeah, see, I told you he knows.
He knows. Yeah, he said Varney as soon as you started talking. Yeah.
Yep.
And this goes back to I mean, Mark Lineker said, he goes, isn't the Ebony Blade and Black Knight related to vampires? Well, if you remember, obviously, if anyone watched, not everybody watched Eternals, but at the end of Eternals, you have obviously him recruiting, and you hear the voice. Let's just put it that way. And you know who it is, obviously. So maybe
That's a good point, guy. That's a really good point. Yeah.
And people are sleeping on Black Knight too, man. That book has dropped considerably. I was actually thinking of posting mine tomorrow because I had it for so long and haven't posted it. But don't sleep on that Dark Knight book either, man. I think he's going to be a big character once you see him in costume. But all right. Anyway.
So do you think he's recruiting? Like, obviously, since you heard Blade's voice, so.
He could be recruiting. It could be a form of like the Midnight Suns. We know the video game is out. I gotta pick it up because there's a lot of tidbits like the Guardians game that they might throw into the movie. So I'm excited to play the Midnight Suns game. If you have it in the chat, let me know. Oh, and Universe X did a spotlight on Varney too. I figured he would know about that too. Yep. Always go check out UniX, Matrix. They always on top of their game. And like I said, guys, this is a theory I read, and I just pulled the books for you. I haven't read these books. I know nothing about Marvel horror, so go check these guys out. But since you said the Conan, you got Conan the Barbarian number 245 from June of 1991, written by the awesome Roy Thomas. It's the origin of Carne, the Lord of the Vampires before Dracula, like we mentioned before, the first vampire to walk the earth, brought into existence by humans summoning him from the scrolls of Cthulhu, which later were bound together to form the Darkhold. Makes sense, right? And not only
Varney,
that,
Varney looks badass.
yeah, the reason I like this book a lot, not only besides that, but it's the origin of vampires in the Marvel universe. So, guys, we know they're coming. This book you could definitely find in bag bins, and it's extremely cheap on eBay right now. I forgot to list the prices because, like I said, I've been sick all day. I'm burning up in here right now. But guys, books today.
Go ahead.
Yo, when I take my hoodie off, dude, I get ice cold, and yo, it's crazy. I'm mad sick.
Jay's asshole is doing the Mississippi
Oh,
shuffle
dude,
right now.
you don't even know, bro. Work was absolutely terrible.
can't.
I got paid for 8 hours of shitting today, basically.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we talked about, and I don't think they're going to let this go, with the Darkhold stuff. I think you're definitely going to hear it referenced again in the Harkness, the House of Harkness, or whatever the fuck they're calling that. I think they're going to, you may hear about it in the Werewolf by Night series. I think they're going to use that as they already said, what did that article say from about 10 minutes ago? It said, we want you to know that monsters have been around for a long time in the MCU. They're just not talking about it. So to me, that means the origin of monsters has to come from somewhere. So are they going to tie that into the Darkhold? If they do, which was in the comics, and we know, listen, Feige didn't bring the Darkhold in for nothing. Like I think there's a bigger purpose for it. And I think monsters is where, so I think that's even more of a point that Jay was trying to make. I think a lot of things start to tie together. And listen, when we've been able to tie some stuff together that really has strong ties on this channel, there's a really good chance of it be at least being partially right, because sometimes it just makes too much sense not to be.
Speaking of strong ties, Jay, you want to take this super chat from former Trout?
Yeah, it's my donation for toilet paper supply. Get the good stuff. I'm at the point where I'm patting right now. I can't wipe no more.
Oh,
dude.
no.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
You need a bidet,
yeah.
dude. You got to come
You need
over.
a-
I got 2 of
Oh,
them.
let me tell you.
You just got to push it. You just soak it up at this
man.
point, dude.
Jay,
you don't
now
know-
tell them about the revelation you had.
This is life changing, bro. I'm changing my toilets in my house now.
Oh, God.
You have no idea. This is the greatest fucking thing in the world. Greatest thing in the world. Greatest creation in the world. I don't care
It's
what
so
anybody
good.
has to say. The seat heats up. It's warm.
It warms the
fucking
water up.
that comes out of that thing is warm, and it has like motion. It's like motion in the ocean for your butthole, bro.
It's fantastic.
Oh God, that don't sound good at all, dude.
It cleans you
the
right
I mean,
greatest-
that's the
Dude.
total opposite of what I like. I like an
No.
ice cold toilet seat, dude.
Why?
Nice and cold.
What?
Nice, and you got to have a nice warm seat to sit on.
This thing
Nah,
is like
dude,
a,
you
It
sit
cleans
on-
like
you.
a
You, don't
yo,
even, you
yeah.
barely got to wipe.
dude,
You
it cleans
sit,
you.
you sit on
It
another
literally-
man's ass sweat, bro. Like you
No,
want to.
no.
What
Yeah.
ass sweat?
This
Dude.
thing heats up.
I'm gonna tell. I know. And what happens when things heat up? Your pores open up, man.
Everyone
Your
in the
feet-
chat
Listen
is
to me.
saying bidet. Quick.
Bidet
cash it
is
or
the way
trash
to
it.
go.
Bidet,
Cash it
cash
or
it or
trash
trash
that
it.
shit.
Right now.
No way. That's bagay.
I'm gonna see. I guarantee you're gonna see a lot of cash. I'm gonna just tell you that right now.
Yo, Dwayne
You're
Scott.
gonna lose
like,
this one, Jay.
Dwayne Scott, look, I love it.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at it.
Oh my God, we got to get
Honestly,
a cash
one
or
of the
trash
greatest,
on this.
one of the greatest things I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah, there you go.
Changing the toilets in my house.
Oh my God. Anyway, while we're waiting for the results of that, guys, hit that thumbs up if you haven't. Appreciate you guys hanging with us. We're gonna go a little bit longer here. We got a couple more articles to talk about, and this is one that
Ooh.
is near and dear to the defects. This isn't huge news, right? We've talked about this a bunch of times, but it's a new rumor with some backing behind it. So we wanted to give you that info, and then Jay actually gave us a couple books to talk about. So John Bernthal's Punisher rumored to return for 2024 Disney Plus show, and if you guessed Daredevil Born Again, you were right. Originally, it was supposed to be Kristen Ritter, and they're saying that there's probably going to be a scheduling conflict with that. She still may make minor appearances, but they're saying they wanted to have somebody really be featured in the show from the Netflix series, So who better than John Bernthal's Punisher? We know he's signed on to the MCU. We know he is coming. It's just a matter of when. Yes, is also named the Punisher, right? That's true. That's what they call me when it comes to toilets. You know what I mean? All right. So
He ain't lying.
He ain't lying. So it sounds like we could get Punisher again. Industry insiders putting some pieces together, putting schedules kind of together to see who could fit and who can't. It starts to make sense. So Jay, you want to run us through the books?
Yeah. Oh, guys, I'm sure everybody knows
Right.
about these books, guys.
Right.
You
Nothing
got
crazy here.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Just books to be on the lookout for. We know those first appearances and the origin of Punisher has gone up. The retold origin has gone up. So thought these would be some cool books. I actually found the 184 in a back bin recently. I couldn't believe I found it. I didn't have it in my collection. I'm glad I did.
184 is one of my favorite books.
Yo, dude, so the 183 is the first battle between Daredevil and the Punisher, which you know we've seen already, which we're definitely going to see again in this upcoming Daredevil season. Written and illustrated by Frank Miller from June of 1982. And then we have 184, the team-up of Frank Castle and Daredevil. Again, Frank Miller on the art, Frank Miller on the writing, July 1982. Two awesome books that should be in anybody's collection if you're A, a Punisher fan, or B, a Daredevil fan. Not expensive books at all, guys. You don't need these books in a 9.8. You don't need them graded. Two nice books that present awesome in Mylar. The last book I'm going to show you is so funny because I put this book up on the slides and then I seen Funhouse posted it on his IG. This is one of my favorite Daredevil covers ever by Marco Cicchetto from that awesome Chip Zdarsky run. It's Daredevil number 5. This is the second print, June 2019. Under 1,500 copies ordered by retailers, guys. It's kind of a ghost. There's a couple on eBay. I was able to get prices on this. So one sold in July for $7.50. Another one sold in July for $30. I found the prices that are up there now about $30, anywhere from like 25 to 35 bucks. But again, man, if you're a Punisher fan or a Daredevil fan, look how fucking dope this cover is, man. Awesome, awesome Marco Cicchetto cover. That's my cover.
What's he holding there?
A car door is a shield.
That's
Because
awesome.
why
And
else
guys,
would
if
you
you
use a car
haven't,
door?
yeah, guys, if you haven't read this series by Chip Zdarsky, you gotta hop on it and read it. Punisher's only in about 2 or 3 issues of it early on, but it's awesome, and then it leads right into Devil's Reign, which was also a good arc, and we know how Marvel arcs could sometimes be iffy, so definitely get on this.
Well, the theme of the night is Jay spitting fire from all holes. So
Oh yeah, dude, so bad.
so bad. So we're gonna keep it moving so he can go massage his asshole or something. Have you guys watched Andor?
First episode.
I watched the first episode as well. Yep.
Okay, so first episode. I have seen all 3. I'll go first since I saw 3. I really dig it. I think it's blowing away anything they've done. You know, and again, it's personal preference, but if you just look at production quality, actor quality, CGI quality, they're just putting more resources and better resources into these types of projects than they are the MCU stuff right now. And I'm talking about Disney. I think this was done extremely well. I want to keep watching it. You know, I heard some people complain that it's slowed down, but like, it's slowed down to the point of like, they're telling a story and it's a good story, and then they get back into the action. It's what you want. You don't want, I mean, I guess some people like nonstop action, but if you want something that's just good from every angle, this was just so good. I mean, I don't know. It just, to me, it seems night and day. Like I watch an episode of She-Hulk, and I know it's 2 completely different shows. But even if you put something like Moon Knight up against it, where take out the fact that it really wasn't Moon Knight, but you had great actors, and you know, if it wasn't in the MCU, you would say, yeah, it was a pretty cool story, but it is in the MCU. I think it is on another playing field when it comes to those, and I just think Disney's putting more resources into Star Wars right now. So,
Dude, I'll tell you right now that I love the first episode. TV is on fire right now, guys.
Yeah.
There's like 10 things that I'm watching that are all good. House of Dragon. Last episode I didn't like too much, but up until the last episode has been absolutely great. I started watching Dahmer, which is fucking sick. Andor. What else we got? She-Hulk. I'm not finished yet, but I've been enjoying it for what it is. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hate on it. I thought it's been pretty funny and quirky and all that shit. What else has been on, man?
I mean,
Lord of the Rings has been insane, dude. I'm one episode back on that. Everything's been great. Like, every day there's something to watch on TV, man. It's been awesome.
See, yeah, I mean, I'm reading the comments. Noran said, I think it was Noran Rad said, somebody said most of this was done before COVID, and okay, that's fine. And I know they basically confirmed a season 2 before season 1 even came out. So to me, that means that everyone knew it was going to be a hit. All the test screenings were positive. And then I saw one other thing. The 3 shows at once was a smart move as well. I've been saying this a lot, and I know you guys are going to get tired of me hearing this, but I think a lot of the MCU stuff could benefit from either dropping more episodes at once or all episodes at once, because a lot of them just don't do well as a standalone week-to-week show. Probably the only 2 that have done that so far are She-Hulk, which is the actual only true like episodic show that we've gotten so far, right? And then probably Hawkeye. That was pretty close to a week-to-week, like start, middle, and end for every episode. Where every other show I felt like could have just been like one long movie where they should have just dropped the whole thing at once. So,
all right, hold on. I got to address X real quick. And the reason why X is because I knew what I was getting with She-Hulk. I knew not to expect nothing that was going to be over-the-top crazy. Moon Knight, I was expecting over-the-top, like Moon Knight whooping ass, and we didn't get it. That's why I hated it. But this I knew. I'm like, all right, I got to take this for what it is. And that's why. Listen, it ain't my favorite, but I enjoy for what it is.
I think
House of Dragon. That we're talking about dropping
that's
shows.
That's a different story.
Yeah, that drops once a week. I like Sunday, as soon as football's over, I'm like, yo, I'm taking a shower. It's time to get ready for House of Dragon.
Yep.
Insane.
Yeah, WandaVision was good week by week. I mean, because they basically forced it to be like a literal television episode, right?
Well, no, I'll tell you why it was good week by week. Because it gave everybody in the community a week to speculate and pick out clues and all types of stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, and look where that got us.
That got us on the air with Tom. Fuck.
Hey, the only thing it did give us was Cathan and the Darkhold. Fuck, we got that right at least.
Yeah,
you know?
Yep.
Fuck everybody else. I see like 1 or 2 people saying it was boring, but hey, like I said, it doesn't matter how good a show is. There's going to be somebody that doesn't like it. But I think you could always tell when something's not your bag versus when it's just bad. Like Miss Marvel, like that wasn't really our bag, but like it was done pretty well, so I can appreciate it for being done well. You know what I mean?
I liked it, dude. I liked Miss Marvel.
So yeah, I think didn't Andor? I saw an article about it. I think they used the first, or I don't know, they used some type of curse word that they've never used before in any of the Marvel or any of the Star Wars movies. Apparently, I don't know what it was because I must have not. I don't know what it was, but I saw a whole article on it. I forget though. I saw. If anybody remembers what it was, say it in the chat. But I thought that was pretty interesting too. So Loki. All right, we only have like 5 more minutes of talking anyway. So shit. So they said shit. There you go. So I'm looking at some chat stuff, people, what they want us to talk about. We got a few extra minutes. So they want to hear about our opinions on Loki season 2. Anybody want to start it up, or you want me to start it up?
Listen, I watched Loki season 2. I wouldn't say I was crazy about it. I watched it to watch it at that point.
No, an upcoming season 2.
Yeah. I'm just talking about the first season first.
Oh, you said I watched Loki season 2.
I mean, season 1. Oh, season 1. Sorry.
I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah,
did you get like a preview? Good job.
I wish I did. We should get previews, right? The problem is we leak them out to everybody before. Yo, guys, go get these books quick.
Yeah, seriously.
I'll watch it. You know, I wasn't a big fan of season 1, but I'll watch it and see what goes on, see what we can pick out, see what we can decipher.
Okay.
We got to get back in the group text with X and Thorough and hop on our spec game because I fell off, man.
You got I got a shit face on like so bad right now.
Oh, dude, you know, I'll tell you what it is, and I know we've all been there. My butt is sweaty, and I'm holding in a fart, and it's just like it's terrible.
Just let it out. Just let it out.
No, because you don't know what's gonna come with it.
Right, exactly. It's not going to be air.
I just let it out.
Oh my god, he's hallucinating. They said in the chat. Season 2, I think, is going to be better than season 1, and I think it's because we're going to get a healthy dose of Kang, and I think it's going to lead. And I think they basically told us that it's leading directly into what we see with Kang. So for that reason, I'm excited for it. I think that you'll have a lot of reveals there. I think you'll get different variants of Kang. You may get the main Kang there as well as Ant-Man. I don't know the timeline, if it's before or after Ant-Man. I think it's after, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So I think it'll be better than season 1, and I was a fan of season 1 for the most part. Not every episode, but on a whole I was. So I think it'll be another mind twister with some cameos, which will be cool.
You know what it is for me? I hate Owen Wilson. I've always hated that guy.
God! Wow!
I fucking hate.
Wow.
He's so annoying, dude.
Wow.
Just a punchable face. The most punchable face in Hollywood.
Guy, quick look to preview.
I liked Andor, first of all, if we want to go back to that.
Oh, fuck yeah, we didn't talk to you about it. Sorry,
yeah, that's
man.
okay. No worries. That's right. I didn't want to interrupt people, so. Andor was good. Yeah, I watched the first episode. It was a little all over the place, to be honest. Like first episode,
it does have that feel, and then
like
you understand why. Though.
Over the place. But I guess I'm giving it time to maybe second episode and third episode. It'll bring me back, and I'll understand what's going on. So yes, the first episode was a little here and there, but I love. You can't, when it starts and the show just starts, you can tell it's good. I mean, the cinematography is ridiculous.
Fantastic.
When you bring me into a show like that and you start it off like that, and then he's walking down the thing in the rain and it was just awesome. If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Yeah, you got to give it a shot. You definitely got to give it a shot. And it precedes probably my favorite Star Wars movie outside of the original trilogy.
Yep. Me too.
You know, Rogue One was fucking.
Rogue One.
You know.
Yep.
This has that same feel to it, clearly, because it's supposed to be connected. So. Now, Guy.
It is connected. It is connected.
Yeah.
Good segue.
It is. Because
Good
you know
segue.
what? I wasn't ready for it. I thought maybe you'd be ready for it.
It's all right. I was trying to talk to you about this TV show, so it's up to you. Cover chasing. I mean, we haven't heard that in a while.
So, Guy Forge, what do you got for us, bro?
You have those. You have those slides put up there, Matty.
You don't think what do you think? I'm not ready for the fucking show?
Well, I'm just making sure.
What's my name?
People were talking. People were
talking about me. You know, I make one mistake, now the whole thing goes to shit.
I wanted to make sure, guys.
Stop saying that word.
Cover chasing has took a little hiatus, but we're doing a little tidbit of cover chasing, a mini cover chasing, just bringing you a couple of books that I thought were really cool. Obviously, we know these aren't for any other reason, but we like them. So I liked a couple covers this week, and obviously they have to do with Andor. So Maddie, so this is really cool, and there were a bunch of covers out for Rogue One. This is Rogue One, a Star Wars story, obviously number 1 from June in 2017. This is the movie poster variant, which I think is really, really cool. If you look at it, you can see the Death Star in that white. which is really cool. And obviously, one of those Star Destroyers is kind of the shape of. It looks like the shape of that, but obviously the Rebel Alliance fighter, whatever they are called, what are those fighters called?
TIE fighters?
No. TIE fighters are the ones with the like the rebel ships, whatever they're called, the X-wings. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can see them coming out of there, which is really cool. Just a really cool X-wing. There you go. Yeah, really cool. A cover on this one, guys. The movie poster variant from 2017. Obviously, this is the first appearance of Cassian Andor. First appearance of K2S. Is that how to say K2SO?
Yeah.
That's the Imperial security droid reprogrammed by the Rebel Alliance. A whole shitload of other first appearances. If you guys are looking for this book, I actually looked it up to see what the last Raw sold for around $100 on September 24th, and the last 9/8 was around $250 on the 18th of September. So,
What'd you say his name was? K2A. What was his name?
K2SO.
I got to TP my SO.
I knew where you were going with that.
I knew once I said SO, I go. Oh boy.
I TP my SO.
I thought you were going to say that's two asshole.
Hold on, that's the J. That's the droid showing up to Jay's house to TP his SO.
No, that's actually a shot from the top of from the bottom of Jay's toilet bowl.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly
an overhead.
What that is.
Oh Jesus.
So
James, I have all the Punisher omnibuses, every single last one of them.
So Joey all day said he found this variant in Backman last year, and honestly, that is not surprising. You know, this isn't a cheap book, and I was going to say that, Guy. I'm glad you brought up the pricing. Obviously, with the Cassian Andor, his first appearances started really because even up till about 6 months ago, his first appearance was only like $10. But this cover was always extremely expensive because it's a little harder to find. And I think not a lot of people knew what it was when they quickly looked at it. So I wouldn't be surprised if you could still find this in a back bin, because I had never seen this cover until about 3 weeks ago. And then I realized how much they were actually going for. And I was like, holy shit, you know what? I bet you I've passed this in a back bin before.
Because who's looking for a movie poster variant?
That's like, a good fucking pick. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I followed it up with this one because I thought this was pretty cool. Obviously going to Cassian and K2 Jay's asshole. So K2 asshole. It's gonna be funny to say from now on. Star Wars.
It sounds like
Cassian.
You're saying like something Spanish. K2 so.
K2 asshole. From 2011, and art by one of Maddie's, or actually, one of Jay's favorite, Marco Cicchetto.
He's the man. See? Speaking of artists.
So this is cool. Obviously, this is just a variant cover. Pretty cool. Matt, it said Pepe Larraz. It was the artist on this, though. I think
Pepe Larraz. Yeah. I didn't do these slides. I can't be responsible.
I think that looks like Cicchetto on the cover. It might be Pepe on the interiors.
On the interiors, yeah.
No.
So you were right, bro. You got it. Because you only care about the covers right now.
I do.
Because we're not on the interior chasing. Anyway, we're fucking cover chasing.
I'm a little bit on the interior and the exterior right now. So let's get this rolling.
Anyway, okay, so this one, by the way, went for a mere $32 best offer back on 9/25 a couple days ago. And then the 9/8 went for around $230 best offer too. On 9/20.
That's more than I would have thought.
Yeah, me too.
Interesting. Okay. That's another dope cover, though.
Yeah, it seems like a cool cover. I like again, Jay. Those are the TIE fighters.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So, nice little cashier treasure there, Guy Forge.
No, cover chasing.
That too.
Yeah, Here you go. Cover chasing.
Should we play this song on the way out for Jay?
I went down, down,
Dude,
down.
so bad.
The ring of fire. The ring of
I think
fire.
I think we're gonna wrap it up, Defects. Do we have anything else to talk about? What's coming up? What do Defects have coming up? I don't even know what we have coming up, to be honest with you. Just another show. What's coming up? Yeah, we got a show Monday. I think we got a guest,
I got something for you.
right?
Keep going. Keep talking a second. I got something
And then
for you.
after that is New York Comic Con, and I'll be there. Jay, I don't think is going to be there, but you never know.
Nah, I'll
But I
be
can
there
tell-
ready to fucking fight everybody.
As long as he doesn't have to shit. But I can tell you
fighting
this. I can tell you this. The Monday after New York Comic Con, you probably want to be around.
Just saying.
Just saying. Probably want to be around for that show. Okay? Mark it on your calendars now. I don't care if your football team's playing. DVR that shit, and you could catch up after our show's over.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of commercials now in the NFL, so it's easy to catch up. All right, boys. Anything, Guy? I know you have. What do you got to say for you guy?
No, that's right. Go ahead. Go ahead. We'll announce it
Done.
next time. No, we're gonna have George Vega on. I just didn't know the date, so I was trying to look for the date, but we'll put
It's
it
this
in the
week.
chat.
It's
Look
next
out
Monday.
for it. I think next Monday.
October 3rd.
George Vega, the artiste. Gonna be fun. He's gonna do a talk on how 80s cartoons are still relevant. That's the word. And how they stand the test of time because G.I. Joe, what else, Jay? G.I. Joe, Transformers,
He-Man,
still relevant today.
Voltron. Yeah, of
Still
course.
relevant
it's
today.
Fucking cool shit, not no fucking tree hugging soft wiener shit.
So you're gonna see some of the stuff that he
Soft
draws,
wiener shit. All right.
and it's not soft wiener shit. So
I make my kid watch all those because the cartoons now are terrible.
Because Jay's like, look at me. I watched these, and this is how I turned out. So I want you to do the same. We only need one of you in this fucking world, bro.
Exactly.
Jay, I know before you gotta go, really go. You want to say anything?
Yo, thanks everybody for hanging out. Great time tonight. Talked about a couple of stuff. Go check out Matrix on IG, guys. Go check out UniX. He just sent me all the stuff he has.
Me too, yeah.
On Monster Books, so go check them out. Those guys are always doing their homework, guys. Just because there's not a YouTube channel doesn't mean guys don't spit knowledge. Use all your resources and all your information. If you're not following them on IG, you have to follow those guys. That's it, man. I am out of here. I'm not even talking to you guys after the show. Guys,
Just closing that laptop.
Make sure the camera's off and the stream is done. And I'll see you guys next week. Chat later.
There you go. So Jay's gone before we even say anything. Guys, it's been great. If you're new, hit that sub button. We do this every week. I really want to give a big shout out to Jay and Guy this week for stepping up. I was a little under the weather. I had a lot of stuff going on with work, so I wasn't really able to do the normal prep that I usually do. So these guys really stepped it up, and it was actually a really, really good show. Even though it felt like it was so rushed, it turned out to be a great show. So thank you both. I'll let you accept the award, Guy, on Jay's behalf as well.
always, I accept the award on Jay's behalf. This nice bag of pretzels. Not sponsored by Dot's Homestyle Pretzels, honey mustard flavor. Get them, they're ridiculous.
That's right. And just in case you didn't know, food will be now featured on every Defect auction and probably the Monday Night Lives as well. Yeah. So there you go. Last week was meatballs. I have a guarantee the next time we do an auction, Guy's going to have some type of charcuterie board, aka antipasto. And we'll just go from there. So
yeah. So
right,
people
Defects.
People in the chat. I told you, Dots are the best. They're so good, man.
He's right. So people are calling for Eva. We'll let you take her. We'll let her take you guys out, and we'll see you on the next one, boys and girls.
All right, Defects. It's time to turn it up a little. I think you guys have been playing it nice lately. We need to get a little raunchy. What do you think? Can Batgirl handle that? I just wanted to let you guys know you are hot shit. Keep doing what you're doing, because I love it. And Defects fans, you're hot shit as well. Maybe even a little hotter Keep supporting. And keep doing what you do. Because this girl loves it. You guys are awesome. Love you all. Big kisses from me to you.